they gave me very little chance to be a newsman on the station. And after a year, the station manager called me in. He said, "Jim, you're a nice kid, but you've got this crew cut, and I don't think anybody's going to ever trust you looking as young as you do with that crew cut. So I'm going to have to let you go."
Not many men will say getting fired was a key to a business career, but that's exactly what happened to Jim Faulkner. Born in Malvern in 1932, Faulkner's father was a merchant and his mother taught piano. He grew up with his two younger brothers, Jerry and Bobby. His passion for journalism started early.
First started in paper routes when I was 11 years old. And one of the companies that I worked for the Democrat, and I worked for the Malvern Daily Record.
At 14, he talked the Daily Record publisher into letting him write sports. While at the University of Arkansas, Faulkner was hired by the Democrat as a stringer to send daily reports on the Razorbacks. He majored in journalism, wrote for the university paper, The Traveler, lettered on the tennis team, and played clarinet in the school band.
Music is something that's been an appeal of mine and my wife's for a long, long time.
His sophomore year, he was a spotter for football broadcasts. Athletic director John Barnhill hired Faulkner, then a senior, to work in the sports publicity department. He graduated in 1954 and spent a year working for radio station KDAS before entering the United States Air Force. After that, Faulkner attended Northwestern University to study television journalism. He was offered a scholarship to continue, but with his wife and child to support, Faulkner went to work at the ill-fated television job.
I've worked for a television station, I've worked for a radio station, I've been a writer for newspapers, and those are the main things that have to do with an advertising agency, so why don't I try to open one? So I did.
There were no agencies in Pine Bluff, so he opened his one-man firm on September 3rd, 1957.
For about 3 years, I almost starved to death. My very first account was the Savings and Loan Association in Pine Bluff called Southern Federal. And Mr. Charlie Gordon was the man who hired me, and I felt long indebted to him, because if I hadn't had that first job, who knows what would have occurred. I might have given up.
Over the next 3 years, the agency added steel building manufacturer Varco, archery equipment manufacturer Ben Pearson, transformer manufacturer Central Maloney, and Simmons First National, the largest bank in southeast Arkansas. Faulkner hired 10 employees and went after Worthen Bank, the state's largest. The Faulkner agency's unique television spots impressed bank executives.
We got the largest bank in the state ourselves, and so we had some credentials now, and we were off and running.
Premiums were a hot item in banking, so the Faulkner Group set up a separate company, Jimco Incorporated, to produce them. The first item was a talking Razorback doll called Little Sue. In the 1970s, the agency pioneered a hunting and fishing campaign for the Arkansas Industrial Development Commission. The work highlighted Arkansas's advantages and won awards at both state and district levels. Faulkner's agency also won an award for labeling and marketing a new shortening product called Chefway.
One of my big breaks occurred when Dillard's, the largest advertising account in the state, decided to take presentations. Well, I thought about what might be the approach to use for Dillard's. And what I came up with was starting my own broadcast studio.
That business would become Arkansas's first video production studio. Faulkner has been a photo hobbyist since he was a teen, but rarely used his photos in agency work. He was intrigued by an opportunity to go on a National Geographic exploration of the Omo River in Ethiopia. He sent in photos and was chosen.
Going down that river, it's the most crocodile-infested river in the world. And there were a few scary moments. First time you saw some crocodiles come off the bank and head toward your rubber raft, you wondered whether that rubber raft was going to hold up all right, but fortunately it did.
Faulkner's trip photos were exhibited at the Arkansas Arts Center.
Things were going well, but I have a bad habit of looking for other opportunities, and I heard about the video business.
In 1981, Faulkner read that the video movie rental business was hot in California. There were no video distributors in Arkansas or the 5 surrounding states, and movie companies encouraged him to start one. Falcon Video Distributors was born. Faulkner later sold that business, but retained rights to a magazine called Take One, which he started to promote new movies released to video stores.
I had 8,000 copies that we printed at first. When I sold the publication some 10 years later, we were doing 1,600,000 copies a month, by far the largest publication of its type, but one of the largest publications, period, in the country.
Faulkner then turned his attention to investments, primarily with friends made during his career. Today, he is a director in First Security Bank Shares and is a partner with the Lindsay Organization in apartment developments in Central Arkansas.
Banking and real estate were the things that have kept me busy over the past 20 years.
Faulkner has been honored many times for his professional and business accomplishments. He is past president of the Southwestern Association of Advertising Agencies and past chairman of the Southwest Council of the American Association of Advertising Agencies. He received the Silver Medal Award from the Arkansas Advertising Federation and is recognized on the Wall of Honor at the Lemke School of Journalism at the University of Arkansas.
The scholarships that we've given to the university thus far have all been headed in that direction to help people who need help.
Faulkner also has been recognized for his community service. In 2012, the Faulkners made a challenge gift that would enable the University of Arkansas band to purchase new uniforms. They also made the LEAD pledge that will allow the old field house on the campus to be transformed into a performing arts center.
Joyce is the one who would help spur me on to greater heights and encourage me when things looked a little shy.
Jim Faulkner and his wife Joyce live in Little Rock. They have 5 children and 8 grandchildren. All 5 of the children work in Faulkner's businesses, and all 5 attended the University of Arkansas. Joyce Faulkner graduated with honors from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Traveling is a passion for the Faulkners. They have visited 127 countries in all 7 continents.
Life's been good to us. We've enjoyed traveling, we enjoyed the advertising agency business, we enjoyed the publishing business, and we've enjoyed the businesses we're in right now. It's been a good life, and we've enjoyed it.